Denial series. Didn't even know I'm lying. I'm a very safe leader. I keep hearing this all the time, and I think all of us believe that we are safe leaders, that we provide psychological safety to people around us as leaders. And as somebody who's had to learn to become a leader, I mean, when you start a company at 24, you're not a leader, you're just winging it as you go along, you're learning on the job. Over a period of time, you kind of consciously start being a better leader, and that's training that life does and work does, etc. And interesting part of my life is that I have two types of startups that I operate in. I operate in creative on one side and I operate in loneliness tech on the other, so movies and technology. And psychological safety means different things to different people. So one of the biggest thing is that how soon can you get over something that costs you some sort of imbalance. I think psychological safety of a leader is reflected in that. The faster you can get over whatever crisis came over, because there is a lot of crisis when you are working on startups. There's a lot of chaos. So that is one parameter that you should definitely look at. Most people, and friction is not connection. Most leaders are very used to giving you feedback and being negative and making you feel small, etc. And they think that's some way of creating psychological safety, but that's not. That's just friction. And the most authority figures of the past are parents. Everybody thought that negative feedback or whatever in a quest to improve us, friction is equal to connection, which is not true. Over time, a lot of friction will make sure that the softer parts of the team, the affection, the camaraderie all goes out of the window. So you have to find the balance between being tough and soft, and it's not easy. That's one part of it, and a lot of this is also kind of reflected in how the most psychologically safe leaders are like good stories. They bring in value, they bring in entertainment, and they bring in emotion. They bring in an element of this. So even if they're teaching you, kind of feel like they're telling you a story. There's a lot of emotion. You feel connected to them, and values. I mean, they will inculcate very, very deep values in you to be a better manager yourself over a period of time. So look for all of this when you kind of are looking for calling yourself psychologically safe leader. Another thing that you can look at is, and this is very much driven, if you want people to go deep with you and have depth with you, it's very, very important that you kind of also look at desires, and you look at passions, and you don't just operate on technicalities and logic. If you are not able to harness somebody's deepest desires in the work that they do, psychological safety will not be created, because people are not built in parts, they're built as wholes. So so no matter what kind of leader you are, psychological safety creation is your job, and you must do it, and it's hard, but do it.